Hey there guys, PortalMaster9351 here, and in today's video, I wanted to do a little brief discussion video on some of the Skylanders that I would like to see in Skylanders Academy. So, as you all know, Skylanders Academy Season 2 is upon us tomorrow. We are super duper close to the world premiere of Skylanders Academy Season 2, and I could not be more hyped for it. And so, leading up to this, I thought I would give a brief little bit of a list of some of the characters I would want in Skylanders Academy. Not necessarily just Season 2, of course I already know some of these won't be in Season 2, but there is always hope for Season 3. So without further ado, let's actually get into the Skylanders that I would want. The first Skylander is Terrafin. I feel like Terrafin is a character that is, he has a really unique personality, and he's just a really cool character all around. Always in sort of the animated, videos that would get posted a long time ago, like the Giants reveal trailer and stuff. Or no, the SSA reveal trailer is what it was. He always had such a unique personality to him, and he's such a fun character overall, and I feel like he would fit in Skylanders Academy really, really well. The other character from Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, I picked two from each game that I would want in Academy, is Sunburn. And Sunburn, the reason that I want him is actually because he is so underrepresented in Skylanders. Every other character from Skylanders Spyro's Adventure has gotten some form of a repose, whether it be Light Core, Series 2, Eon's Elite, whatever. Sunburn has not gotten a single other figure made in his image. So I feel really bad for him. He feels really left out, and for such a cool and unique character, he's so underrepresented, and I feel like putting him in Skylanders Academy would be a really good way to really highlight the uniqueness of the character, and I don't know, just draw attention to such an underappreciated character, in my opinion. So, a giant that I thought would fit really well in Academy, and that is Bouncer. Bouncer is, again, one of those characters that I just feel has such a unique personality. You just look at him and you're like, that is a guy with personality. And I mean, watching the little clips that he's in and actually just seeing how he behaves in game is a great indicator that he has a really fun personality just in general. And so I think that because of that, he would fit really well in Skylanders Academy, and I don't know, would just bring a very unique vibe, I think, to any episode that he was in. For a similar reason, but not quite, I would also like Shroom Boom to be in Skylanders Academy. He's just a goofy, wacky, cartoonish looking character in general. And goofy, wacky looking characters seem to me like they belong in a goofy, wacky cartoon. I don't know, somehow that makes sense to me. And I think that Shroom Boom is just a fun character in general. You just look at him and you're like, he looks fun, So I don't really know a better way to put it. And I just personally love Shroom Boom's personality as a whole. And, he's never really been represented in any cartoons or anything like that. There's never been any shorts put out with him in it. So I think that having Shroom Boom be in Academy would be a really great way to highlight such a fun character. Similarly to Shroom Boom, Stink Bomb would also be a wonderful character to have in Academy. Of course, there'd be all kinds of jokes about him being a skunk and stuff, but that's kind of what would make him fun to include in the cartoon. And Stink Bomb is a cool character overall. With all the shurikens and the disappearing and stuff, he is just a fun character. And I think in general, Skylanders Academy needs the Swap Force, because I really want to see the Swap Force start swapping around. That would be cool. I want to see that, and I think that starting with Stink Bomb in Season 2, Swap Force characters in Season 2, I think it would be cool if there were, and you started with Stink Bomb. I don't know, he just seems to fit a lot in my opinion. Now, another character that I would want, for an entirely different reason than anything I've mentioned yet, is Smolder Dash. So the reason that I want Smolder Dash to be in Skylanders Academy is because this. So in her backstory, it's stated that she was born during an eclipse and looks nothing like the rest of her kind, and she was outcast and ridiculed because she looks completely different, because she was born in a solar eclipse. So one question I've always had about Smolder Dash is, so if she doesn't look normal for her species, what is the normal look for her species? It's like, if you just look at a lizard person and you say, oh, he's not like a regular person, and you've never seen another human being, you're like, how is this guy any different from a normal human being? Are all human beings not lizard people? If you know what I'm trying to say here. So I don't know, I think that showing Smolder Dash, showing her unique story, and of course her awesome powers in Academy would make for a really awesome episode. And I know that Hex got her own episode, so I'm holding out hope that a character like Smolder Dash, or Smolder Dash herself, could actually get featured in Academy. I think that would be really, really awesome. For Trap Team, one of the characters that I said should be Nightlight. The Trap Masters are already in Academy, so it's not like they'd be adding a whole new type of character, but I think that Nightlight would just be a great addition to Academy overall. After Skylanders Trap Team came out and we got the Light and Dark expansions, I kind of was thinking, okay, they're going to expand on the story of Light and Dark. And they never did that. We still don't really know a whole lot about Light and Dark. We know that, Nightlight and Nightmare were banished to this realm. We know that the same thing with Spotlight and Blackout. We know that Astroblast comes from somewhere. We know that Nightfall comes from somewhere. And we've got all these other characters of Light and Dark, but we don't really know, what is with Light and Dark? Where did they go? How did all that work? Where were they before the Core of Light exploded and all that stuff? And I really think that including some of the characters of Light and Dark would be a great way to explore this in Academy. And the reason I say Nightlight is because I think he's pretty much the coolest Light character that exists, and he's one of the coolest Skylanders in my opinion. And so with that, I think that Nightlight should definitely be included, but Nightmare as well. But the other character that I actually picked from Trap Team is probably one you never would have guessed me picking, and that is Funny Bone. And I don't know why, I just was looking, I was like, who from Trap Team do I want in Academy? And somehow, the Funny Bone figure just jumped out at me and said, Funny Bone, that's a character that should be in Academy. I don't know why that is. I think he'd be a fun character just in general. I know I keep saying they'd be a fun character, but I don't know, something about Funny Bone just gives off this really unique vibe, and I would like Funny Bone to be in Academy for some reason. I don't know why that is. Now, from Superchargers, the character that I would want, one of the characters I would want is Fiesta. And Fiesta is a cool character overall. He looks really awesome. He looks very unique. He's a character that you could look at and say, that is a Skylander. He just gives off that Skylander vibe somehow. I don't know. And I think the fact that he's got this little horn that's got the, music that you can hit people with, and this whole hat that he can go invisible. I don't know. He's a unique character. He's a very Skylander-y Skylander, and I think that he would have a very flamboyant personality that would be able to be highlighted really well in Skylanders Academy. And so I think that, Fiesta would be a really fun character to include. The other Supercharger that I said should be included is Astroblast. And the reason I say this is not just because he's a Light character, and I said that they should include Light and Dark characters, but one of the big reasons is you just see him walking around, with that low gravity stuff, and he's just got that low gravity walk on. We know he's from another world, and I think that that would be a really fun concept to explore in an episode. I was talking about Smolder Dash. I want to learn more about where she comes from, and I think similarly, I really want to know where Astroblast comes from. What's his world like? Where does he come from? What kind of a creature is he? I think that that would be a lot of, a really interesting episode to, cover the origin of Astroblast. Maybe tie some other Skylanders in there, maybe go to his world or something like that. I think there'd be a lot of cool things to explore. Similarly, I think there'd be an interesting concept there with Enigma going to his world. I think that sort of all the Skylanders that we are a little bit, we don't really know about their backstories, it would be really cool to feature them all in Academy and just learn more about the characters in general. It's like even Sonic Boom, we don't know a lot about, whoever hexed her eggs. So I think it would be cool if we, learn more about that. But I'll get back on topic. So the character from Imaginators that I would want, one of them is Ambush. And again, it's for a very similar reason. Ambush, there used to be a theory that Ambush was Stealth Elf's mentor, and it was never really confirmed that he wasn't. It doesn't look like he is, but it was never confirmed that he wasn't. And I think it would be really fun if we did a video, or if they did an episode about how Ambush is Stealth Elf's mentor. And I was kind of thinking when I was trying to pick out the characters that I wanted in this video, and I was thinking, we know how Spyro came to the Academy. We know that Master Eon found him in the woods. We don't know how Stealth Elf came to the Academy. We don't know how Eruptor came to the Academy. So I think that, with Stealth Elf, it would be cool if there was a flashback episode with Ambush in it or something like that. That would be awesome, and it basically confirms that Ambush is what got her interested interested in becoming a Skylander or something like that. I think there's a lot of potential there with Ambush. So with that in mind, I totally want an episode about that. I think that would be absolutely awesome. And the final character that I'm going to say I think should be in Skylanders Academy is actually a villain, and technically is not from Skylanders Imaginators, but doesn't matter. And that is Pain-Yatta. I think Pain-Yatta would be a really awesome character to have. And the only reason I included it with the Imaginator stuff is because he got a figure in Imaginators rather than in Trap Team. And so, I don't know, Pain-Yatta is a fun character. And again, he is a Skylander-y character. He just looks Skylander. He looks fun. And I don't know, I want to learn more about this talking Pinata. Where does he come from? Where does he go? Where does he come from? Cotton Eye Pinata, or whatever. Yeah, I think that, yeah, that was a terrible joke, and I'm trying to figure out how to go from there. But either way, I think Pinata would be a really fun character to feature in Academy, and I don't know if he should be a villain or if he should be work with the Skylanders. I don't know. There's a lot of potential with Pinata, and I think it would be fun to explore that in Academy. But that is basically it for my top 12 Skylanders, I guess is what that is. That's 12 Skylanders that I do believe should be in Skylanders Academy. But you know what? Here's what I'm really curious about. What are your top picks for Skylanders Academy? If you had it your way, if you were the show writer, if you could go to Eric Rogers and you could say, Eric Rogers, give me these characters in Academy. Who would you pick? Tell me down in the comments who you would pick to be in Skylanders Academy. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to tell me who you want in Skylanders Academy down in the comments section. But that is all for now. Like I said, this has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.